Now, what I came to talk about here today, it's something that Onstage seems to bring out a lot of conversations in whack people who support whack artists, and then sensible people like myself who support sensible artists. Now, I made a comment that Chronic Law is one of the great artist right now and one of the great artists for the future. Tell me down below in the comment section right now, Gaza and Associates, where did I lie in my comment? And any one of you, don't think about BlessydGazadiva, think about your total honest on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you think about Chronic Law? What do you think about his artistry? What do you think about his lyrical ability? What do you think about the songs he's released to date? And what do you think about his catalog in general? And tell me down below, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you rate Chronic Law?
Bright and bright without a light. Brooklyn ready for start a fight.
You know about this guy, you know?
I know that.
One God.
Fully Gaza.
Journey.
Vlog down in the cell and get richer. This a lifestyle and a little boy setting.
Babylon, the time is counting. Take it to youth life, we are joking. One day you are gonna tell God something.
You're not like anyone else. You find the way you are. Did you do this all yourself? A smile ignites the room. Sending us up to the time, you know it's Kartel. Representing for BlessydGazadiva. I'm out.
Hey peeps, it's your girl BlessydGazadiva and welcome back to the BlessydGazadiva channel. I hope you're doing well in the Sabbath here and I hope you have a prosperous and beautiful day. Now, one of the things that is buzzing, Chronic Law has an interview on Onstage later, and for all of my Gaza and associates who support Chronic Law, and even if you don't support Chronic Law, support who support you, and Chronic Law is an avid supporter of the Gaza, and because he's an avid supporter of the Gaza and talent, then naturally we have to support him. So if you don't know, make sure you watch Onstage tonight at 9 p.m. Now let's get right into it. Personally, for me, I rate Chronic Law way up in the high numbers. It is not a 10 for me, but I can easily say anywhere between 7 and 8 it is for me, and I'm going to tell you why later on, why it is a 7 or 8 for me, but you can tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section, why you rate him at the number you rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, and why you rate him at the number you rate him, and then I will get to that later. Now, I made my comment on Onstage and I said that, as I said, he's one of the greatest and he's one of the great artists for the future. Now, why I say that, it is a long time you haven't heard an artist like Chronic Law who have come to the forefront, and he is basically talking facts. He's singing about his reality. Rather Upon the Hillside is one of the greatest songs that have come across dancehall music or reggae music, whatever you classify it in, because I classify it between a dancehall and a reggae track, because the nice percussions and the symphony, the relaxing element of it is reggae for me, and then the realness and the truthfulness of it, I consider that to be the dancehall component. Now, Rather Upon the Hillside is one of those songs that make you sit down and wonder. Now, like for me, I am considered an introvert by most people, and it depends on who you talk to, because I can be considered an extrovert depending on who you talk to. But personally for me, I am an introvert. I am one of the biggest introverts ever. I am very expressive. I write well, I speak well, but I am an introvert. Introvert in the sense that, just like Chronic Law says, me not like people. It is one of the saddest things, but when me look on Father God himself, and him create human beings, and him did have to look back and say, oh, him do? Or him create human beings, me not like people. So Rather Upon the Hillside was one of those songs that resonated with me. I would rather be around birds chirping. Anybody who knows Gazadiva in the real life, and there are a few people on here who knows me in the real life, they know that I am a secluded person. If you know where Gazadiva resides in Jamaica, or where she resides when she's overseas, then naturally you know I am a nature person. I love fish. I love fish. The real fish that God made to swim around in the water, not the ones that are dabbling in the water. That was not created to dabble in the water. I love bees. I love birds, and I'm a nature person. I will go to the beach and spend long hours on the beach. I will go to the river and spend long hours at the river. I don't want to hear any noise. I don't want to hear any sound. So that song, when Chronicler did that song hit home for me. And it did hit home for a lot of people. When you think about society today, and the amount of things that are going around. You have people, you talk to them, you tell them things, them let out your secret. You have people, you talk to them, and some people trust people. There's no part of me that trusts, there's no human being on this earth that I, BlessydGazadiva, trust. So I can never relate to anybody who is saying that they put their trust in somebody and they were disappointed by that person, because I've never been in that situation. I will get in a situation I'd be like, Jano, you don't want it to go that way, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But to tell you that I am going to sit, mope, run around and cry and go over, that's not me. That's not in my arsenal. I'm too strong for that. I'm too militant for that. So I am the type of person is, once you live, I live by the principles of the book for the most part, right? Me sin just like everybody else. Me not different from the regular human being. But at the end of the day, I follow the law. And the law basically say, don't put your trust in any man, woman or man. So because of that, then you can't go wrong. So for me, I couldn't relate to the piece of the song that says you don't trust people and people hurt you. I couldn't relate to that. But when it comes on to the nature piece, relating to people, that's one of the baddest songs. Then go to the slew of other songs that Chronicler has released in his career. Chronicler, after Rather Up on the Hillside, which is his huge breakout for many, there are several other underground songs that I was listening to for him, but before he got on that level that he was with Rather Up on the Hillside, he, in my books, was a lyricist.
On a black belly grip, me not fret, he's not very good. My spinners, we all like blackberry chip. My gun them clean like format, me chip. Boy! Sky blue pass me the spinning with your last name, not dash with the sweet dog. Grab a leaf at every split, so me step on the next block, very slick in a black desert, and a black desert eagle.
And why I say a lyricist, a lot of people love to talk about him use a lot of similes and him use a lot of like. So what if him use a lot of like and a lot of similes? There are a lot of artists right now who are trying to use similes, and they're trying to do it, for one, quote unquote, emulating Vybz Kartel without using the like and screwing up themselves and sounding stupid. So when you use simple like, then obviously you lose no train of thought. I personally have no problem with it, and Chronicler, can do without it, because in the song that he responded to Jamil, forward back and listen to that song where them a cuss at about him use beer like, him use a song was completely void of similes, and he did that intentionally to show that he can. Let's take a listen.
The mix of lyrics are confused, lyrical from primary, you know the code no binary, me change the style a bit for who say chronic now no dynamics.
Now in that song you hear him spitting rhymes, lines and lyrics, and you see that him can do without it.
Finally them stop procrastinate, just them minor leader who down the world, and never USA nor China do it 6 and Gaza different type of species.
At the end of the day, Chronicler is multifaceted, and he's showing that is his style of music. Nothing is wrong if he wants to use like. So I gave you all of that backdrop to say why fag data followers, why gully monkeys hate Chronicler. They hate Chronicler simply because he's associated with Vybz Kartel. There's no other reason why they don't like him. They don't like Squash because he's associated with Vybz Kartel. When the 6 just came out, before Squash ever did a song and Shabdan ever did a song, all of them were trying to link up with Shabdan. All of them were trying to link up with the 6 them. They were behind the scenes trying to link up with the 6. But they never know that Shabdan has a link with Vybz Kartel long before Vybz Kartel even went to prison. Shabdan made it absolutely clear. It's simple. Listen to me. When I was young, upcoming, nobody in the business, Vybz Kartel was the man who just really put me on to certain things, and because of that, I'm eternally grateful. Now, they never spend time talking about how many youths Vybz Kartel has helped. They never spend time talking about how many people Vybz Kartel have helped to get on. But like Vybz Kartel say, don't worry about the ungrateful ones, because the ungrateful ones We no business with them because as one star gone, one star born. So a lot of people out there that Vybz Kartel has helped, they continue to remember the goodness and they don't forget kindness. Shabdon happens to be one of them, and Shabdon happens to be the lead producer for the Six. So naturally, because of remembering that kindness, like the TJs, like the Russian, he carries it on with his crew. And that's how the real connection between the Six, amongst other stories that I don't wish to get into here. But just know, say, the link is real and it's not manufactured. And Vybz Kartel know Shabdan long before there was ever even Six. As me said before, wanna watch out for Chronicler on stage tonight, because MVC and fact that followers wanna can't hold on the youth. The youth is talented. He's one of the greatest new generation artists right now and will forever be one. And if you have not gone over to Onstage just yet, Gaza Nation and Associates, when you're done watching this, run over to there and you will see my comment and make your own comments as well, because me realize say them a try hold down or try fight down the youths them were associated with Gaza. Is not everybody is gonna say buttocks badness. Buttocks badness now gonna way. Yang don't join up with fag data and gully and all on the foolishness over there. So on the all on the zero side or on the rear end side and deal with it. Not everybody wants to be a part of it. Leave your thoughts below down in the comment section. Tell me if you think Kartel is a good artist. Tell me if you think these artists or these fans of these artists are just hating on Chronicler and the Six because they're associated with Vybz Kartel. Let's have a discussion as usual down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'm out.